Yo, what's good, family? Today we finna get into some more creepy and strange videos. Y'all be sure to hit that subscribe button, like these videos, comment, share me your thoughts, man. Let me know how you feel. Send me some, email me some videos that you have or you think I should put on the channel. Like I said in the last video, we just getting started up. So I'm still getting inventory. And some of these videos you might have watched on somebody else's page, but ain't nobody page like my page. So if you want to watch them again, it's always good to rehearse and get that knowledge again. But today we're gonna get started with these videos. It's a bunch of crazy shit, man. As always, it always happens, but you know, as long as you got an open mind, you'll be able to understand, unwind. Let's get to it, man. Let's get it. Some crazy shit out here, you know.
This isn't about money. It's about children. It's about the government and fucking selling children. Okay, yes, money's now. Like when I worked in the car business, they don't even need to sell all those cars. No, because they're already paid by your straw man. You walk in there and sign a deal. Yeah. Your account is supposed to pay for everything in your life. Right. You don't work. Right. There's no working. No. But they changed it in the 1900s and created the banking industry, which goes back to Phoenician times. Okay, they would tax you in one way or another and create banking in Phoenician times. You're talking over in the Middle East. Okay, yep. It goes crazy now. Ancient Egypt.
Bro spitting facts, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around like where you get this knowledge. Like he on point with a lot of shit, but like you wouldn't think he know what he know. That's why you can't judge a book by its cover out here. You gotta understand. A lot of people know. A lot of people know some shit. It's just about getting down in that topic because a lot of people, if you start talking to them about something esoteric, a lot of people will cut you off or throw you off or say you're talking crazy. So a lot of people just like keeping it in, not even talking about it. But yeah, he owns something. Definitely owns something.
Egypt isn't in Egypt. It's actually in the Grand Canyon. They don't want you to know that. Yeah, I suspect.
Fuck, what I just do? Hold on, y'all. I just did something. Fuck. We're gonna just skip.
I'm gonna turn around. He's not gonna be there. I'm gonna turn.
We're gonna just skip to the last video. Let's see.
Might be a better word. But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, like, what lessons have you learned that you know you're not going to be making on Starship? To like do a mission, you're just trying to get data out of the thing. Yeah.
Elon Musk, he'll tell you straight up. He said, "Yeah, like, bro ain't gonna lie, bro ain't gonna, I mean, he probably lie, but he ain't gonna hold nothing back when it comes to shit like that, especially at this time of the day."
I'm telling y'all, they always hide the truth in plain sight.
Sure is. Make a deal with me, kid. You can have the car and everything that goes
Who is this?
with it. So what do you say?
Somebody tell me what movie this is. Comment down below. Tell me what movie this is. I gotta watch this shit.
Two things. That's a Freemason sign ring.
What if I told you the reason you feel temptations for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do?
Before continuing,
Of course, that's why they say follow your gut feeling.
I wanted to warn you guys their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
So if you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was made to worship. The enemy's trying to silence you that was meant to praise. If you have crippling self-doubt or insecurity, it's because you're meant to lead and inspire. If you weren't dangerous to darkness, it wouldn't try to mute your confidence. Yeah. If you have constant distraction and procrastination, is because you carry strategy, vision, and ideas from heaven. The enemy delays you because he can't stop you. Only you can. Now, this one's gonna hit a lot of
Power of the mind.
people. If you have an addiction to lust or pornography, it's because you carry a deep capacity for intimacy, covenant, and healing. Perverting love is how Satan prevents true restoration.
Wow. Yay. To all my men out there that's still fapping, man. Hey, it's September. No fat, man. No fat. We gotta keep that masculine energy and grow strong.
That's true.
Crazy. If you have fear of rejection or abandonment, it's because you carry a spirit of belonging and reconciliation. You were made to gather the outcasts, so he tries to make you feel like one.
Damn.
You have an obsession with appearance or body image. It's because you're meant to reflect God's glory, not the world's standards. So he's gonna try to get you to hate your image.
Damn. Bars though.
If you're drawn to witchcraft, astrology, or manifestation, it's because you have a prophetic gift meant for God's kingdom. The enemy counterfeits your gift to keep you out of alignment. If you struggle with overspending or greed, it's because you're meant to be a kingdom financer. So he wants to keep you broke so he can never bless others.
Right, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like when it come down to taking care of yourself, hold on. He had a point. Like when it comes to men, like specifically, y'all, we can't be exerting this energy, this specimen that we all have within us that create life. Like we out here fucking random, doing random things. So it's just crazy that when he put it in that sense, you start to see it coordinate with what he was saying. It kind of makes sense. Like the people that smoke usually be the people that got a voice, and it depends on what you smoke, but like I get exactly what he was saying. Like it really made sense. But yeah, that's crazy, man. We should definitely on something.
I just seen a video of a woman saying, what if slavery was a part of one big 400+ year contract, and that the Africans and the slaves were literally just the sacrifices that they needed, that the founding fathers basically went to a deity and they needed Black Africans to basically be the sacrifice. And I have never been more intrigued in something. Nothing has made more sense to me than that video. And I most definitely will be tagging this creator below because she is amazing. But yeah, she said she feels like slavery was a part of this contract. Like I said, 400+ year contract. And if you think about it, it just makes so much sense. And it was almost in a way like they were harvesting our energy. They needed our blood. They needed our fear to fuel them and make them be on top. And then I seen a lot of people go into details about how like they always want to call Haiti so evil, demonic, because they do voodoo and practice all these.
Hey, y'all know, Jesus was a copper colored. They say depiction, and his hair is like bronze, and that's coiled. Like nobody's hair do that but the melanated people. And they say Christ consciousness is coming back. Who knows? Maybe the Christ consciousness is within us. Maybe we know it is, but what if that's the God DNA, the God gene that they was trying to extract, or doing those things with CERN, just trying to get down to the bottom of stuff before things come over, because we're living in the Aquarian age and information is going outrageous right now. A lot of people starting to see, a lot of people starting to know what's really going on, but it's up to you to be able to decipher things and take into consideration what's real and what's not real, because it's a lot of fake information out here, but you got to have eyes to see.
These different dark magic. But that's because Haiti was the only place that actually still had their freedom, and they used their magic, their spirituality.
And it's time. It's really time for a shift anyway. We've been down for the bottom forever. Time to go up anyway.
To win. Like these people were literally using their magic and their spirituality to win. These French people was basically like melting. They were having these people teeth fall out. It was crazy. They were bringing them back up and making them shoot each other. Like it was crazy. But that's why they try to demonize Haiti so bad, because they used their magic. But all along, they've been using magic.
Also, that was trying to take over it and recreate it and use it for themselves. Like they do a lot of things.
And it just gets deeper and deeper if you really do think about it. I seen someone in the comments mention how Oscarville, which was where Lake Lanier was, it used to be a black, predominantly black, thriving community that had racetracks, everything. Everybody was business owners. And what do? They go over there and make it into a lake. And it's like now the veil is so thin now because that contract is up and they're trying to do everything to take us back to where they were so they can still dominate.
Why you think they got this AI shit going outrageous right now? This AI shit, I feel like is one of those things that they trying to use in order to keep people in line. Because like I said, we waking up, folks, and like a lot of people either neglect the fact or isn't, fully aware of the fact that it's happening. But things gonna change, and if you don't get on that level, you're gonna be left behind. We 3D turned to 4D, now we going to 5D. And you ain't coming with me, you getting left behind. And it's the same with anybody. So it's like you got to elevate the people you love and the people around you so that way we all could do this together. You never in it by yourself. You got to remember that. We always send this shit together. No matter if we hate people or feel a certain way, we all human. We all got the same, we all want to live good. So like, why not help each other? You know what I'm saying? Make it better, make it more likely.
And it's like, look at the people that they took on the transatlantic slave trade. The people that was more in touch with their ancestors, their spirituality. They took us, like even the Native Americans, if you think about it like that. Then I seen another video of a woman that did a take on this as well. And she was like, just think of the rise of how America came up so fast, even though there was other nations that been here long before America that literally was nowhere near at how fast America grew. All because of this contract that actually was successful, but not for long. But it just makes so much sense why the US was just ahead of everything. Like they've been in cahoots with so many more higher ups forever, all for power. But like I said, I'm going to tag this creator down below because that was so, like nothing never made so much sense to me in my life. This is all fun theories and just thoughts. This is not something literal, but it's just a fruit for thought because I never thought about it like that, but it makes so much sense.
Celebrities using babies to stay young.
Of Oprah's favorites, she says it's a miracle fountain of youth and her magic wrinkle cure. So I'm going to put a little on your hand.
Yeah, I seen somebody else post about this one time. And when I first seen it, I was like, what the fuck? Like it kind of clicked, but it's like, it's unbelievable at a certain degree if you ain't spiritually there yet. That was at the very beginning of my stages. But like, a lot of things start to click once you start to progress and elevating your mind within yourself, your energy, and start to basically nurture your body, nurture your mind, nurture your, get the toxins out, clear the metals out, get the parasites out, and start afresh, do a cleanse. And then you gotta go on a fast and then stay consistent when it comes to working out. That's the natural way, but you could also, traumatize and get things extracted from some type of person in order to, make yourself look a certain way and stay a certain way. But let's keep going.
I do that. Oprah did.
Yeah, Oprah did it. All right, so here, we're going to rub it right in.
How come it's red?
I'll show you in a sec, Steve. So this is made from growth hormones of human.
Look, the wrinkles has just disappeared. I can't even ball my hand up.
But so it's made from human foreskin.
That's what I'm talking about. This is crazy.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Boyfriend have been in a good relationship for quite a moment now. 2 years.
Yeah, for 6 years.
Now he's an early 30 and you're a late 50.
Yeah.
But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, there's something to be said for being with a younger man.
I suck baby's blood.
He had to say, I suck baby blood. Come on, bro.
and put it on my face.
It is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person.
And you know what I always wonder? Why when you have a baby, like the women, why when you have a baby, you can't keep your placenta willingly? You gotta sign paperwork and get approval before you can take a specimen that came out of your body with you that has those things that help you stay, in a certain state and help your body flourish in a certain way, because you just created a whole human with it. But they try to keep them, and they don't really say, hey, do you want to? You got to be asking, and even then it's a hassle to get it. Why is that?
Far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
I leave the plasma on my skin for a day and then wash it off the next day. It gives me the most amazing smooth glow. I'm going to continue to do this forever. It's my preferred anti-aging method.
This is crazy. Why not just go natural, women? We don't really care for all that extra shit, for real.
There's a theory that the Hoover Dam is secretly a demonic throne and that the government put angels there to cover it up. You go to the Hoover Dam, you're going to see something really odd. There's a spot that has two giant winged statues made out of bronze. They look like angels, right? They are technically called the winged figures of the Republic, but this is the weird part. No one officially says what they are. They're not angels, they're not demons, they're figures. And that's not random. There's actually a floor underneath them that is a cosmic map. Shows the exact alignment of the stars the day that the dam was completed. Like they wanted like aliens or gods to find this later. You'd think it's just some like artsy little design, right? But the guy who made that design said that this is specifically supposed to last for thousands of years.
How do they know that?
Like that design was supposed to
Something ain't being told, in my opinion.
outlive our civilization. And this is where it gets a little darker. People also call this place the throne of the devil. But why would a dam need a cosmic star map and then two 20, 30-foot bronze guardians? And then all of these like occult looking type symbols. Well, get this. So over 100 workers died while building the dam. And some people do believe that their bodies were sealed into the concrete. And
So that thing is basically haunted with spirits and other creatures
that they were considered
that could be living under the water.
to be sacrifices to bless the sculpture. And then on top
I'm just asking a question for a friend. So y'all let me know down low in the comments.
of all of this, the location of these statues don't really make any sense. Like, why would they have these big designs at a power plant? And if you're religious, you also have to remember Satan was originally an angel. Another crazy thing to note is that the Hoover Dam has been featured in dozens of end-of-the-world movies, disaster scenes, and games. It has always been the center of destruction and secret technology. And then it's like, is that a coincidence, or is it programming for us to see it as the key to something? Even the name Hoover comes from a president who was involved in major US power shifts, literal power and electricity. And this makes you wonder if the government is trying to hide in plain sight. Massive monuments with spiritual symbolism built into them. Government approved, celebrated, protected, and most of us never even question it. So
We don't question it because most of us don't even know a lot of people either don't know, choose not to know, or isn't accessible to the knowledge, whether it's, they have a phone or internet. But it's always books, and they're trying to get rid of books. So y'all need to get back. We need to get back to reading. All of us. Get you some books, man. Collect you some books. Because once you get the books, you can't manipulate it unless you rip the pages. And if they're in your possession, the pages can't get ripped. So when it comes to knowledge and information on social media, yeah, it can be twisted and turned. But you got to have the insight. You got to be able to discern different things in order to know what and what's not real, and put two and two together. It's like connecting the dots. It's a whole game. It's a whole fucking board of game, black and white, spot checkers and shit. It's a game, guys. It's just a game. It's just a game. Calm down. It's just a game.
When you pass by and you take a little selfie, you don't even realize you are standing on what some call a throne. But the question remains, a throne for who exactly? Let me know.
I mean, come on. Let's take a deep dive into all the conspiracy theories surrounding it. Here's a handful of books that were posted on Amazon on September 9th, but Charlie Kirk was shot on September 10th. Then Amazon supposedly changed the date to September 11th, the day after. But the publication date still said September 9th. But if you go to search for the book now, you come up with this. Now, you could explain this with just an editing error, or this plane, identified as N88KG, took off from Provo Airport exactly 1 hour after he was shot. And that airport is only a 13-minute drive from the campus location. This plane apparently turned its radar off only a half hour into the flight. And as you can see, there is only one flight recorded for this aircraft. So there's a 45-minute window in which this flight is completely unaccounted for. And when you try and access more information on it, you get this. So I went on the flight radar myself, and this is what I found. Now wait for the time to hit the 7:48 mark. What was that, chump?
Hey, man, they just jumped in time. They just traveled across the universe inside of the Metroplex of time or some shit. These niggas just skipped 20 minutes. What?
There's an apparent 35-minute gap in the flight time.
35 minutes.
So what was the next destination after this? There's more to get into.
Did they go to the Bermuda Triangle or something?
So stay tuned. I mean, come on.
I'm telling y'all, they always tell you right to your face, wake up.
I can wear her skin over mine, her hair over mine, her hands as gloves, her teeth as confetti, her scalp a cap, her sternum my bedazzled cane. We can pose for a photograph. All three of us. Immortalized. You and your perfect girl.
I ain't gonna lie, she a little too obsessive to me. The way she was talking about that shit kind of made me uncomfortable. Just like, is that supposed to be flirtatious? Like, what's she talking about, man?
I don't know when love became elusive. What I know is no one I know has it.
That audio came out before this video came out. Or this video. Could she be referring to you know who?
Possibly.
I don't like this rock.
Oh, sorry, I don't like that rock either.
Robert.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
The Simpsons predicted the Texas flood, but their newest prediction might be the scariest one yet. Just listen to this.
Great blackout. We had no power and no prospects of getting it.
Hey, Simpson's been on point with a lot of things, y'all. I need to start collecting you some items or something.
What is it? What is it? We'll never know. Don't worry, kids. The government will help. The government cannot help itself, let alone you. So to take your mind off your troubles, I propose some kind of games, either hunger or squid.
And then 3 days ago, Trump flags the grid as a major threat. Just listen to this.
No, I'm not kidding.
You don't have to hook into the grid, which is old and, could be taken out. If it's taken out, they wouldn't have any way to get any electricity.
That wasn't a drill. They've literally been telling us, get ready. The grid's
And Trump said that, I think, years ago too.
not built to survive what's coming. So let me ask, what are you going to do when you wake up and there's no power, no TV, no radio? Your phone, dead. No texts, no calls, no clue what's happening. At that point, the only power left is the sun. That's why every single person in my family has one of these. The strongest solar power bank on the market. Charges using sunlight, built-in cords for all devices, USB and USB-C, wireless charging, flashlight, compass, and it's shockproof, waterproof, and dustproof. This little thing is the backup plan. And with all the flash floods, cyber attacks, and outages happening lately, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and be screwed. But here's the catch. They've been selling out nonstop for the past month. If they're back in stock, you'll see a link in this corner. If there's no link, you might already be too late.
You know, one day you're going to realize that the same person doesn't come around twice in a lifetime, and by then they might be gone. We live in a world that moves extremely fast, a world that tells you just find someone new. There's always another one. But here's the truth that most people don't want to admit. Not everyone is replaceable. Some people come into your life and connect with your soul in a way that no one else ever will. And when you lose them, that space that they used to fill, it stays empty. You're going to look for them in other people, in smiles and laughs and hugs, and it just doesn't feel quite right. But they won't be there, because that kind of connection, it was once in a lifetime. We hurt the people that are closest to us, not always on purpose, but with neglect, with pride, with silence. And we assume that there'll be time to fix it, but what if there isn't? What if the person that you hurt was the one that was meant to spend the rest of your life with? Not everyone gives you a second chance. Not everyone sticks around for you to come to your senses. Some people will actually love you deeply until they don't feel safe loving you any longer.
What if I told you that reality itself bends to the state of your emotions and the frequency of your electromagnetic field? Every thought and feeling you hold produces a measurable electromagnetic field around your body. Neuroscience and physics show us that this field exists, and it isn't just static. It vibrates at different frequencies, depending on your emotional state. When you live in lower frequency states like fear, anger, or envy, your field interacts with the world in a way that collapses events of the same vibration, drawing in experiences that echo those emotions. But when you hold higher frequencies, love, gratitude, joy, the same mechanism pulls in experiences that mirror those states, events of a higher quality and resonance. The quantum mechanical reason for this is that at the smallest level, everything is waves and probabilities. Particles, including those that make up your body, exist as waves in a vast, non-local field, what physicists sometimes describe as a soup of possibilities. The act of interaction collapses those possibilities into a single outcome. Because you are made of these same wave particles, you are in constant dialogue with the field. This means your emotional state isn't just something you feel privately. It is actively shaping the probability of what crystallizes into your life. A thought or emotion held with consistency is like a tuning fork vibrating long enough to align with the field around it until reality itself resonates with that frequency and collapses into a three-dimensional form. The principle underneath is simple yet profound. You are not separate from the universe. You are woven into its very fabric. Your electromagnetic field constantly interacts with the soup of waves that surround you. Lower vibration electromagnetic fields collapse into lower realities. Higher vibration electromagnetic fields collapse into higher realities. The question isn't whether this happens. It's happening all the time. The real question is, what frequency are you training your field to carry? So when you choose love over fear, gratitude over envy, clarity over chaos, you aren't just shifting your mood. You're bending the probabilities of the universe itself. And with time, those choices collapse into the reality you live.
That's why staying positive throughout the day is important, y'all. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you want to have a positive mindset. You want to go out, you want to go out and think positive, even if you're not feeling the way positive, like, because it molds your life to where you get the obstacles, but it turns out to come out in positive outcomes, if that makes sense. Like, your whole life shifts because of your mind. So, and you know, we have also got a lot of frequencies around. So, thought frequency modification is also a thing. Like you can get some type of frequency off of either a person or one of the panels or one of the solar towers. Some of those frequencies could distort your actual frequency and cause you to have a thought that you wouldn't intend on having. But you got to be able to catch those negative thoughts and those feelings and those frequencies and be able to decipher which ones are truly yours. Because you will hear that voice in your head, but sometimes it ain't that voice. It sounds like that voice, but something's a little off on that voice. So you get when you have those type of thoughts, you just be clear with yourself. Sit down and think and ask yourself these questions: is this me? What is this thought telling me? What's the message? You know, go down the list, because if you don't, you might find out it might not have been your thought the whole time, and then you realize, okay, maybe I should have, you know, done this a different way. But you live and learn, so just something to put out there, y'all. It's good to know for real, because your thoughts control a lot.
Simpsons predicted the death of Donald Trump on September 20th, 2025. In a little-known episode, a character very similar to Donald Trump is shown being transported in a coffin with a chilling date in the background, September 20th, 2025. But what happens before that scene?
Today is September 17th. So, and y'all know they said Trump almost got hit. Like Spirit Airlines almost hit Trump. Like he was in a plane and Spirit Airlines was flying and they almost collided because the fucking pilots was on an iPad on Spirit Airlines. Like, what you doing on iPad playing Bubble Pop, bro? Like, you supposed to be navigating the plane with 100 people on it. Like, what? Come on now. He almost ran into Donald Trump. That would have been the prediction played out at its finest. 3 days early, though. But
is even more disturbing. Before his death, Trump is said to have had an explosive argument with a major political rival.
And he already just had that too. He was on the way to the UN in that plane when it almost happened. So I mean, he already had rivals, especially with the Communist Party and, you know, BRICS. The value is going down on the dollar, people. A lot of things are changing, and you know, we sitting on the edge. We already trillions of dollars in debt. We're the richest country in the world, but we're in debt. Whoa, that's great. But you know, people are leaving. People are going to different countries. Like, it's almost unbearable to live here. It's almost hard to afford shit. It's almost impossible to live the American dream. It's just a facade. It was just something to keep people in a good state of mind to work and be nice with each other. But it's over, y'all. We coming up because we starting to realize a lot of different things within our own system that we thought was on our side. It's crazy out here, y'all.
Tension rises, threats are exchanged, and suddenly, in front of shocked government officials, Trump collapses without warning. Moments later, all media outlets broadcast the news of his death with a headline marking the fall of an empire. But a strange detail draws attention in the background. A digital clock reading 9:20, which some interpret as a hidden clue pointing to the exact date. Since then, theories have emerged. Some believe it is a metaphor for the end of his influence, while others are convinced it is a real prediction of a major event or just a crazy fan theory. Did The Simpsons really predict it? Coincidence or reality? Comment below and follow so you...
It's possible because, like I said, The Simpsons, they predicted a lot of shit and it just came true. Like, how do y'all know these things? Y'all teleport, go to a different, in the future, get the information, come back in the past, or leave it somewhere in the future to where you will find it in the past to see what you wrote in your future in order to interpret what to do, in order to, I don't know, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Moon? Yo, we got 2 moons in the sky. It's crazy. We got 2 moons. Is it 2 moons? Or is that another planet, a visitor? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. And be sure to subscribe. I need it. Thank you for your support. Yo, that thing just glitched. Hold on. That thing just glitched. We got to play this one again. We gotta play this again. right here. We're going over. Hold on. Y'all. Right. So it was right here. It's right here. And it jumped down here. As she was zooming in. This is a video. I don't know what to make of it unless she's just really good with her AI.
There is no hell. There isn't. I've done thousands and thousands of cases. There is no hell. Hell is an invention of the church, and you can see why. It was never in the Bible. It's something has been invented. There is no hell. A loving God would not do that to people. You are allowed to make all the mistakes you want. You're allowed to come back and do it again and again till you get it right. They don't punish you just because you make a mistake and throw you into an oven. It doesn't work that way.
You know, she's saying there is no hell because it all starts with your state of mind. Like I said earlier, if your state of mind is in a negative frequency, you will manifest those negative frequencies. You know, and a negative frequency will turn out to be a cluster of negative frequencies. And then next thing you know, you will be in what is coincidentally hell in your turn, because you would manifest it through your thoughts and fears, creating the simulation around yourself that is the worst simulation that you as an individual could possibly experience based on your thoughts. That's all we got to eat right, live right, and have a right mindset, y'all. Stay positive, even if shit go wrong. You know what I'm saying? We gotta push through the shit. You know, it's hard. It's hard. We all get it. Everybody's struggling. It's hard. It's hard as fuck out here. But what's gonna make you different is how you push through that hard scenario.
You have to realize you have made mistakes. Earth is a school, but it's a school, you come here to learn lessons, but it's a school where you can't skip a grade, but you can have to repeat a grade. You don't get it right. You have to come back and do it again until you get it right. You can't go from kindergarten to college. It's impossible. You have to learn the lessons, and the lessons are not easy. Earth is a school where you learn emotions and limitations. Those are the two main things, emotions and limitations. Those are not taught on other planets. This is a very challenging planet. So you come here to learn these things, and it's all important lessons.
And we also chose to come here based on our spiritual. We had spiritual contracts before we entered this earth. And the ones that chose to come here willingly, we knew it was going to be a battle. We was front line. We was like, we ready. Let's go. Let's go get them. Like, I got you, guys. What you want me to do? And some of them is, you know, reincarnated spirits that had to come back because they didn't fulfill their lesson or achieve what they needed to achieve in order to elevate in life. So that's my belief, but it kind of makes sense to me. So yo, this is crazy because this remind me of when they had, I think they still have it up there in Colorado, that outbreak. Excuse me, that outbreak they had where it was a bunch of like rabbits and deer with all the tentacles and black goop and stuff coming out. And then more recently, this guy in the Panama, he found, or they said that asteroid fell in his backyard, and he kept it and it started sprouting. And it sprouted these black tentacles, and they started moving and twitching and kicking at him. Like, so he think it's an alien, but yeah, it's crazy. Man, this came out years ago, and it's all coming now.
They tried to break the firmament. In 1962, they launched bombs over 250 miles to see how high they can go for a test called Operation Fishbowl, but in reality tried to break the firmament. Why would they waste so many missiles shooting up unless they were trying to hit something like the firmament? Also, the name, is it just a coincidence?
Fuck no.
They do not want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much. That is why our country and our world has become so proliferated with entertainments, mass media, game shows, television shows, amusement parks, drugs, alcohol, and every kind of entertainment to keep the human mind entertained so that you don't get in the way of important people by doing too much thinking. You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it.
Something started growing out the rock. Oh, you don't believe me, right?
This is what I was talking about. The dude that found that meteor. Like, this is crazy.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. Mind you, the video is in Spanish. If you could translate, translate. And this is what that turns into. That's coming out the rock. Something started growing out the rock. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. Mind you, the video is in Spanish.
If space is fake, why do we see other planets through?
There is hidden knowledge about energy manipulation that only
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it. I'm kind of tired anyway. But that's it for the videos. I got more random crazy stuff like that people sent me. But that's it for the creepy and strange videos, man. Like I said, it's a lot going on out here. So you gotta stay on your P's and Q's if you want to make it through this shit. Like, it's one of those things. And if you got kids, you understand a lot more. Like, it's not about you, it's about your kids, man. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's not about her, it's not about him. It's about us as people. And in order to be able to maintain and make it through most scenarios, we have to come together, man. We have to show love. We have to get back to that age, get back to that time period where gratitude is appreciated and appreciation causes gratitude, and everybody love everybody, no matter your skin complexion. But that's it for this video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it to your friends. Y'all comment, let me know what y'all want to see next. Like, send me some ideas, give me some content. Y'all also follow me on Instagram at Young Tay For Real, official Young Tay For Real. Follow me on TikTok at Young Tay For Real with the number 4. And that's the same thing for Instagram and Snapchat. And hit that subscribe button, tap that bell icon so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And I'm gonna be back with more information, more knowledge. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.